Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today, we have another Naruto character review for you, and today we are going to be talking about Anko Mitarashi. So, let's talk about it. But first, spoilers. There's going to be a decent number of them, so make sure you're pretty well into Naruto Shippuden before you watch this. Alright, so let's get started. Well, Anko, she is, well, we first meet her as the proctor of the second round of the tuning exam. She's a bit hot-headed, a bit of an interesting one, kind of childish and immature, in all honesty. But she does her job. So her initial interaction with Naruto isn't the greatest. Like, Naruto's like, being his cocky usual self, and she straight up throws a kunai at him and like cuts his cheek, and then like licks the blood, like freaking him out. At which point, disguised Orochimaru sneaks up from behind and puts a kunai near her throat, which she freaks out on, but she doesn't even realize it's Orochimaru. She thinks it's just a student. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. And of course she knows Orochimaru very well. We'll go to that real quick before we come back to the story. So basically, Anko, when she was a little girl, she used to be a student of Orochimaru. After Orochimaru left the Leaf, one of the first students he picked up was Anko, who was, I think, like an orphan or something. They don't really explain, but it doesn't seem like she had much of anybody. So, she goes and studies under Orochimaru, and, he's like a father to her, teaching her everything he knows. But, he's also, not the nicest of guys in his intentions with her. They're not the best. Like, it's nothing terrible, but it's like, he's using her as a test subject mostly. I say nothing terrible just because there's some implications there. Yeah, he eats her up and spits her out, and she's not thrilled about that. In the process, he does give her a curse mark, and the heaven curse mark to be exact. So yeah, he uses that curse mark, or she uses a curse mark, but she kind of leaves him after that, and he messes with her memory. So yeah, and he doesn't, and she never sees him again until when he puts that kunai to her throat, right behind Naruto, during the tuning exams. And of course, he's disguised, and she doesn't know it's him, and he's like, oh yeah, whatever, it's no big deal. I was just returning your kunai, which he kind of sort of was, but it was also in a threatening manner. You then see her later, after you then see her finish up the tuning exam stuff. She gives out the scrolls, explains the test, which is a pretty brutal test in all honesty. The whole Forest of Death exam. Shortly after, she notices that the grass shinobi that attacked her was, actually, the real one was actually dead, and his face had been stolen, and that was clearly Orochimaru. So she figures it out. She goes into the Forest of Death to go investigate, telling her men to go report to the Anbu. She goes and she runs into Orochimaru, who had just got done fighting Naruto and Sasuke. And she tries to take him down, but fails. She was actually willing to sacrifice herself in order to do it. But afterwards, turns out it was just a clone, and he just kind of like brushes her aside like she's nothing. Because Orochimaru's just that good. So despite the fact that Anko is one of the more elite shinobi in the village. But yeah, you don't, and then after that she goes and she insists on continuing the tuning exam, because that's what Orochimaru said, but and she's worried because he's pretty dangerous. She calls the Hokage to the tower, and they discuss it there. She actually running into Orochimaru, she actually runs into a few tiger and like 3 giant tigers, and is almost in big trouble because the curse mark's acting up, and she's kind of in a weakened state from dealing with Orochimaru, but is saved by the Anbu, who have like no issues with these tigers. Um, so yeah, you don't see too much of her after that for a while. The next time you really see her is deep into Shippuden. You see her pop up when they're tracking Kabuto after Orochimaru dies, and they are trying to figure out what's going on with him and the Akatsuki, with the with everything. At first, just like at first they don't really know what's up. Um, it's after the leaf. It's like as the Leaf Village is being attacked. Like she starts the mission before that. Like during the Leaf mission, during Pain's assault on the Leaf, like she's out tracking Kabuto at that time, with Sai and Yamato, as well as a few others. And yeah, they discover a lot of intel on Kabuto, because he kind of gives him the info almost, which is interesting. Then, of course, he leads him into a trap and captures Anko and uses her curse mark in order to fuel his powers for the reanimation jutsu. Yeah. Then shortly after, once Kabuto's defeated, she loses her curse mark when Sasuke revives Orochimaru from her curse mark. So yeah, it's she's quite the interesting one. Um, yeah, that's really all I got to say about her. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel for more videos. I do a number of these Naruto character reviews, but I mostly do Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 stuff. So if you enjoy that, check that out. Ring the notification bell so you never miss out on a video. Anyways, as always, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you.